This is the sound of decades of experience. Jeff Loyson has played with the Regina Symphony Orchestra for nearly 30 years. He's also a music teacher at Scott Collegiate.
I had the chance to sit with the architects and design this space. And so they built us 2 recording studios and mixing rooms, so the kids really get to learn in composition. They also get to learn audio engineering and sound mixing.
Loyson is just one example of how orchestra members across Canada are not just classical musicians, but also actively work to foster musical literacy within their communities. Marie-Noëlle Berthelet is principal flautist for the RSO. She devotes much of her time to teaching the musicians of tomorrow and the music teachers of today at the University of Regina's Conservatory of Performing Arts.
I think what's important to understand is that the RSO is not only an entity that puts concerts together in the city. We are a pool of about 60 musicians that feeds the whole musical community in Regina.
And those musicians want to play professionally, but the RSO has had to cancel 3 of its April shows in order to mitigate some of the financial risk it's facing. While some orchestras across Canada have bounced back from the pandemic, many are struggling to regain their audiences.
If you can juice the numbers and cause more of those folks who came once to come back a second time, the likelihood that they'll come back a third and a fourth time is infinitely higher. But if that cycle has been broken, if there's a break in the pattern, we've essentially lost 3 years of audience development through this period of time. And I think everybody's pedaling as fast as they can to catch up.
And if they can't, Berthelet says the city would lose a lot of passion for music and knowledge. The RSO also supports music programming and provides instruments and books.
We are like the heartbeat of the musical culture of the city. And not only for classical, like some of my students now are professionals and they're doing albums and playing heavy metal music. Some of my students, vast majority actually, teach band in the high school system, teach band in the primary school system.
Loyson says the younger generations would be affected by the loss of a local orchestra.
All of that other community investment, the lessons we teach, the next generation of musicians that are being produced to fill our shoes when we go. That's what's really in jeopardy here.
The RSO musicians hope for a good turnout at their 4 shows scheduled for May. Laura Sharpaletti, CBC News, Regina.